Hey, welcome to Keana Sky Speaks podcast. I am here today to talk about my first spiritual awakening and to show you a couple of my magazine designs that I designed for college and basically for my social media and my new kind of blog journey that I'm going to post to Medium as well as LinkedIn and everywhere else. I just wanted to come on and talk about how I woke up. So, this was my second really transformational spiritual awakening was May 1st basically, or the beginning of May. And I woke up one morning and I started having back-to-back panic attacks and I didn't know what was going on. I started to cry like I couldn't stop crying at all. And so then I couldn't go to work, and my job is very, I wouldn't say like it's hard, but it's taxing on the body. So I took 3 days off, and I had a spiritual awakening during that time. It was more of a waking up, like a bump. Hey, you're here, you're alive. Because I've gone through depression for the past few months. Of my mother, my biological mother died, and 3 of my friends from Life Challenge, which is a rehab place, had died this year. And so I just went through a lot of soul searching. And basically, I just woke up like it was a wake up call for my mission. And now I'm back into my mission. Like, I had dropped my mission. I thought, I'm not going to help women because they don't want to be helped, but a lot of them do. I do realize that women want to be helped, and so I'm starting this magazine line. And this is the first month is this month, and I'll be sharing it here. I'll read it out loud, and we'll get started. Helping women alchemize their lives one day at a time through writing. How Keana helps women alchemize their lives one day at a time. Keana loves to inspire women and help them use magic to alchemize their lives one day at a time. Starting around 2022, Keana started working on her personal brand. So yeah, I started working on Keana Sky Arts back in 2020 actually, and then I started my Keana Sky Speaks brand in 2022, and then I had a lot of setbacks, being my depression and anxiety, and there was other things. Um, People saying I stole their creative ideas when I had started them before them, but that's nothing to talk about. Uh, Keana sees herself growing bigger and helping many women in years to come. Keana plans to write as many books as possible to help her growth and evolution of humanity. Yeah, that's my basic thing here. My mission is to help humanity evolve and grow. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I'm just going to say Keana knew since she was a child that she wanted to help others or be a teacher. Well, she plans on leading the world to raise awareness, consciousness, and vibrational frequency. And then I have a book on Amazon. It's called There Is Hope, Women Are Worth the Fight. I'm going to be putting it in the links below. And then I wrote some poetry. I'll read it to you. Speak to the nations. I will continue to speak to the nations with pure vibrations and intentions. I am here to raise the frequency of the dimension, the dense dimension where we came to learn. I often squirm in the 3D because I know we are more than humans. I will continue to fight for the truth of the light no matter the obstacles that I face. My past I do not erase. I also face those things. I remember each time the bell rings, I think of these things. So I remember each time the bell rings, I think of these things. It just reminds me of a movie that I watched when I was a kid all the time at Christmas time called, I don't remember Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. It's a wonderful life. Alright, to be real. Real and raw is all I am. I always stay close to the reality, the honesty, the rawness, and the realness of the captivity of time. I feel the waves of emotion like an ocean waving over me. I put it in a poem. This poem is a poem and another poem, and so on and so forth. In my poem lies a poem, and in that poem lies everything. The time that it takes to spit out hate, I choose to replace it with love, which is love alchemy. I choose to turn darkness into light. It's a battle and it's a fight, but I choose the light. No longer in the darkness, I lie. I learn from the darkness, but I do not stay there, because if I do, I truly lie to myself. I put my past lives and my past on the shelf. I am goodness, I am God. We are one, God is us, creating our own realities. We are day by day raising the bar, that frequency of light, radiating flight. And here's some of my original poetry right here. A warrior from the beginning of time, she came her to pet her cat and poetically rhyme. I messed that up. The energy she gives out is sublime. She knows her song every line. Keana Sky Speaks is on Goddess time. The sun burns like wildfire, which amplifies my every desire to stand in a field where I can call home, a place where I can freely roam. Nature is always and will be my home. So, more on my spiritual awakening. There's many signs that would get from spirit or the universe, and I'm glad I was home because my third eye and my crown chakra was opening. And this is what was happening, is that I was waking up spiritually and I was getting downloads, and sometimes I would even hear like a little voice in my head thinking I was crazy. And this is the crazy part. In 2020, I had woken up at the psych ward when I went in. They took me off of my regular meds and they put me on others to stabilize my emotions and stabilize me. Not really, though. They really didn't. They kind of ruined my life. So, that being said, I'm off of all of my medications. The only really thing that I do is smoke cannabis, weed, but it's not really taken over my life, and I don't like to spend money on it. So, yeah. So I had woken up pretty big, and I went out in nature, and I was doing things, and I would get like I would find a stick on the ground or like a green plant on the ground, and I would like pick it up and it would be like a staff, and I would just be connecting with nature. Don't know if I'm making sense or sounding like a fairy, but yeah, I had figured out, like, I think that I don't know what's really going on collectively. I know that everyone's waking up to their power. That's what I know. Women are waking up to their power, but it's crazy that I just started getting downloads and started remembering things from my past lives. One of the biggest things is Avalon. I know I was in an Avalonian type of place, an Edenic place where I spoke Edenic languages, and I said, "Let there be light," and there was light, because I used to have dreams like that, and I know it didn't come from my church because that would be demonic to them. That's another thing. I grew up Christian, and I'm trying to let go of my limiting beliefs, but also let others believe what they want. That is a big thing. Excuse me. So, my spiritual awakening has been crazy, and I connect with the most like important thing to all of this is that I need to connect back with my women, my people, and not let, anybody else dictate that, and not let anyone win saying that I'm copying them or I'm taking their creative ideas, because nobody, I don't want to steal from anybody, not my friends, not my family. I have my own creative original ideas, and I get paranoid sometimes and I go, hey, am I copying you? And they're like, no, you have your own original ideas. Anyone who says I copy them, bye, because I am my own original person. And even if there's like the same theme um, of what I'm going through, like, I don't know, I'm never going to copy you because I'm unique. So there's little tidbits of my journey and what I have gone through this past year, and I will be uploading podcasts every Saturday just like this, and then every day I'll be doing little soul tidbits on my social medias. So I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. I just wanted to let you know about my book again. I'm going to put a link right on this visual and a link below in the comments, but I have a book out called There is Hope, Women Are Worth the Fight. I would really like to get my book out there for any women struggling. It is a basic, complete guide of my life and how I dealt with everything, even before my mother's death, even before the 3 people in my life died. So I read my book after this, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that my whole book can transform my own life. So I'm going to put it right up here.